Have you noticed that, as you get older, waking up in the early hours, sometimes around 3 a.m., has become a regular occurrence? You're not alone. Many older adults find themselves awake when they'd rather still be sleeping. Today, we're going to explore why this sleep pattern change occurs in old age, what it signifies about your health, and what practical steps you can consider for better rest. Sleep is one of the most critical pillars of our well-being. When our sleep is disrupted, it can ripple through every part of our lives, affecting mood, cognitive function, and even physical health. Although waking up at 3 a.m. might be alarming if you're not sure why it's happening, it's important to understand that certain changes in sleep architecture are a natural part of aging. However, sometimes these early awakenings are signals of underlying issues. In this session, we will dive into the physiology behind sleep in older age, examine common causes behind early morning awakenings, discuss potential health implications, and share practical tips and strategies to help improve the quality of your sleep. Whether this pattern has become a recent development or is something you've long accepted, the goal is to empower you with insights so that you can take control of your sleep and overall health. Let's begin by examining how sleep changes as we age and what might be behind that early 3 a.m. wake-up call. Changes in sleep architecture with age. As we get older, our sleep patterns naturally change. In youth, sleep is typically deep and restorative, with a majority of time spent in slow-wave, deep sleep and adequate rapid eye movement, REM sleep. However, research shows that, with age, several fundamental shifts occur. Reduced deep sleep. Older adults tend to have less slow-wave sleep, meaning the stage of sleep that helps restore energy and physical repair is diminished. With less deep sleep, you may find yourself waking up more easily. Earlier sleep timing. The body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, tends to advance as you age. This means that you might feel sleepy earlier in the evening and naturally wake up earlier in the morning, even as early as 3 a.m. This shift is sometimes called an advanced sleep phase syndrome and is fairly common among seniors. Increased sleep fragmentation. Many experience more frequent awakenings during the night. These brief arousals might not always be remembered, but they can reduce the overall quality of sleep and lead to feelings of fatigue during the day. Sensitivity to external stimuli. As sleep becomes lighter, older adults may be more sensitive to noise, temperature changes, or even a shifting pillow. A small disturbance that wouldn't affect younger sleepers might rouse someone in their senior years. Understanding these age-related changes is vital. While some degree of sleep fragmentation and earlier awakenings is normal, persistent disruptions may sometimes signal other issues, such as chronic pain, sleep apnea, depression, or medication side effects. Common causes of early morning awakenings. Now that we understand how sleep changes with age, let's consider some of the most common reasons why you might be waking up around 3 a.m. 1. Circadian rhythm shifts. Your circadian rhythm is essentially your body's internal clock. In older adults, this clock often shifts forward, meaning you tend to get sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. This natural change is part of aging but may not always be convenient if it leads to early wakefulness with no opportunity to return to sleep. 2. Hormonal changes. Hormones play a significant role in regulating sleep. As we age, the production of certain hormones, such as melatonin, the sleep hormone, declines. Lower melatonin levels can make it more difficult to sustain sleep throughout the night, resulting in frequent awakenings. In addition, an imbalance in stress hormones like cortisol can disrupt your sleep cycle. 3. Underlying medical conditions. Several health conditions can contribute to early morning awakening. For example, sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea, common in older adults, can cause repeated interruptions in breathing during sleep, leading to frequent awakenings. Chronic pain or arthritis. Pain from conditions like arthritis can worsen at night and disturb sleep. Depression and anxiety. Mental health conditions can significantly affect sleep patterns. Anxiety may make it hard to fall back asleep after waking, and depression is often associated with early morning awakenings. Heart disease and other chronic illnesses. These conditions can also alter sleep quality and contribute to early awakening. 4. Medications and substances. Many older adults take medications for various health concerns. Some medications might have side effects that include insomnia or fragmented sleep. Additionally, the consumption of caffeine or alcohol, especially later in the day, can interfere with your sleep. Alcohol, while it might make you drowsy initially, can disrupt sleep architecture and lead to midnight awakenings. 5. Lifestyle factors and stress. Daily stress, both physical and emotional, can impact sleep. If you're dealing with high levels of stress or anxiety, your body might be in a constant state of heightened alertness, making it harder to sleep deeply through the night. Furthermore, lifestyle habits like irregular sleep schedules, excessive screen time before bed, or a stimulating environment can contribute to early awakenings. What early morning awakenings may mean for your health. Understanding why you wake up at 3 a.m. is important, but equally crucial is knowing what it might mean for your overall health. Persistent sleep disruption, in other words, consistently waking up too early and not getting enough restorative sleep, can have several consequences. Impact on cognitive function and mood. Sleep is essential for brain health. When you repeatedly interrupt your sleep cycle, your brain doesn't get the opportunity to consolidate memories, process emotions, or clear out metabolic waste. This can lead to difficulties with concentration, memory, and mood regulation. Chronic sleep deprivation is associated with increased risks of depression, anxiety, and decreased cognitive performance. Cardiovascular health. Interrupted sleep can contribute to higher blood pressure and increased heart rate variability, factors that place additional stress on the cardiovascular system. Over time, poor sleep quality is linked to a higher risk of hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. For older adults, who are already at higher risk, this is a particularly significant concern. Immune function and metabolism. With insufficient deep sleep, your body's immune system may become compromised, making you more susceptible to infections. Additionally, disrupted sleep affects the hormones that regulate appetite and metabolism, potentially leading to weight gain and increased risk for type 2 diabetes. Your body relies on sleep not just for rest, but for critical repair and regenerative processes. Practical strategies to manage early morning awakenings. If you're tired of waking up at 3 a.m. and struggling to go back to sleep, there are practical steps you can take to improve your sleep quality and address the underlying causes. Here are some evidence-based strategies. 1. Optimize your sleep environment. Creating a sleep-conducive environment is crucial. Control light and noise. Use blackout curtains to prevent early morning light and consider earplugs or a white noise machine to block out disruptive sounds. Maintain a comfortable temperature. Most experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 60-67 degrees Fahrenheit, 16-19 degrees Celsius. A cooler environment helps lower your body's core temperature, a natural signal for sleep. Comfortable bedding. Ensure your mattress and pillows are supportive. If you're waking up with aches, it might be time to invest in new bedding that caters to your comfort needs. 2. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Even if your circadian rhythm tends to advance with age, a regular sleep schedule can help. Set fixed bedtime and wake time. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, including weekends. This consistency helps regulate your internal clock. Wind down routine. Create a relaxing pre-sleep ritual that might include reading, gentle stretching, or listening to calming music. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with melatonin production. 3. Evaluate your diet and hydration. What you consume during the day can affect your sleep. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Avoid caffeine after mid-afternoon and limit alcohol consumption. Even though alcohol might make you drowsy initially, it can disrupt your sleep cycle. Evening meals. Eat your dinner at least 2-3 hours before bedtime. A heavy meal too late in the day can lead to indigestion, disturbing your sleep. Stay hydrated. However, try to avoid drinking large amounts of water right before bed to prevent nighttime awakenings for bathroom trips. 4. Mindfulness and stress management techniques. Since stress is a common culprit behind early awakenings, practice relaxation techniques. Engage in activities like meditation, deep breathing exercises, or progressive muscle relaxation before bed. These practices lower cortisol levels and promote relaxation. Journaling. If your mind starts racing with worries as soon as you wake, keep a notebook by your bed to jot down your thoughts and revisit them later. This can help clear your mind and reduce anxiety. Evening reflection. Consider setting aside a few minutes each evening to reflect on positive events of the day. This gratitude practice can create a calming mental environment conducive to sleep. 5. Assess medications and underlying health conditions. Sometimes early morning awakenings are not just a normal byproduct of aging but a signal to look deeper into your health. Review medications. Consult with your healthcare provider if you suspect any prescribed medications might be affecting your sleep. adjustments or changes might be necessary. Check for sleep disorders. Conditions like sleep apnea often manifest as fragmented sleep and could be a factor in your early awakenings. A sleep study might be recommended to diagnose and treat such issues. Manage chronic pain. If pain or discomfort is waking you, speak with your doctor about pain management strategies, which might include medication, physical therapy, or alternative treatments like acupuncture. 6. Incorporate physical activity wisely. Regular exercise is beneficial for overall health, but timing matters. Morning or afternoon workouts. Engaging in physical activity earlier in the day can help boost your mood and minimize stimulation before bedtime. However, avoid strenuous exercise too close to bedtime, which may elevate adrenaline levels. Gentle evening stretching. Light yoga or stretching in the evening can help release tension in your muscles and prepare your body for sleep. Integrating behavioral changes into daily life. Beyond these immediate strategies, adopting a holistic approach to your sleep routine can produce long-lasting benefits. Consider these additional tips. Building a consistent nightly routine. Developing a reliable nighttime routine sets the stage for better sleep. Establish rituals. Whether it's a warm bath, a cup of herbal tea, or reading a book, having a consistent pre-sleep ritual tells your body that it's time to wind down. Create a technology-free zone. Make your bedroom a sanctuary by removing electronic devices that can disrupt sleep with blue light and notifications. Regular bedtime. Even if you tend to wake up early, strive to stick to your scheduled bedtime. Over time, this consistency can help adjust your internal clock, even if your sleep phase is advanced. Monitoring your sleep pattern. Sometimes, tracking your sleep can provide clues about what's going on. Keep a sleep diary. Record the time you go to bed, when you wake up, and any factors that might have influenced your sleep, such as stress levels or dietary choices. This log can help you identify patterns and areas for improvement. Use sleep tracking technology. Consider using a sleep tracker or smartphone app to gather data on your sleep quality. Sharing this information with your healthcare provider can offer insights into potential underlying issues. Embracing a holistic view of health. Remember that sleep is interconnected with many aspects of your health. Balanced nutrition and hydration. A well-nourished, hydrated body supports better sleep. If you're consistently waking early, take a close look at your daytime habits, how stressed you feel, your diet, and your overall lifestyle. Mental health management. Addressing stress, anxiety, or other mental health challenges can have a positive ripple effect on your sleep. Whether through professional counseling, mindfulness practices, or community support, nurturing your mental health is vital to improving your sleep. Regular checkups. Keep up with routine medical checkups so that any underlying conditions that might affect your sleep can be identified and managed promptly. Expert perspectives on early morning awakening. Fitness professionals, sleep experts, and geriatric care specialists emphasize that while some early awakening is a normal part of aging, persistent sleep disruption should not be ignored. Experts explain that a combination of lifestyle factors, including stress, medication use, and even room temperature, can contribute to early wakefulness. Here are a few insights. Drive. Maria Gonzalez, a sleep specialist, notes, in older adults, the drop in deep sleep is expected. However, when sleep is fragmented enough to leave you feeling unrefreshed, it may be time to assess your overall health. Sometimes it's a sign of untreated sleep apnea, chronic pain, or even depression. Behavioral therapist James Lee emphasizes, mindfulness and regular routines are key. Even if you naturally wake up early, if you can maintain a low-stress attitude and use that time productively, whether through meditation or quiet reading, you may start to see that early wakefulness isn't always detrimental, and in some cases, can be reframed as a period of valuable solitude. Geriatric care experts agree, setting realistic expectations is important. Even if you've shifted to an earlier wake time, the goal is improved sleep quality and overall functioning during the day. Practice the techniques we discussed, and if sleep problems persist, don't hesitate to discuss them with your doctor. These perspectives reinforce that your sleep is a vital indicator of your overall health, and understanding the why behind early awakening allows you to address it holistically. Personal stories, challenges, and triumphs. Many individuals share their experiences with early morning awakenings. Some remember a time when they never woke up before dawn, while later in life, it became inevitable. Yet, many have discovered that adopting a few simple changes made a world of difference. Stories have surfaced of people who began adjusting their sleep environment, managing stress proactively, and ultimately reporting not only more restful nights but also improved mood and energy levels throughout the day. For example, consider Jane, a 68-year-old retiree who found herself waking up at 3 a.m. consistently. She decided to start tracking her sleep patterns. Jane adjusted her room temperature, installed blackout curtains, and began a nightly mindfulness meditation routine. Over several weeks, Jane noticed a gradual improvement. Although she still woke early, the quality of her sleep improved, and she felt more refreshed upon waking. Her experience is a powerful reminder that even if you can't completely change the timing of your sleep, you can enhance its restorative quality. Long-term strategies for sustainable sleep improvements. The techniques we've discussed are not meant to be a quick fix but part of a long-term strategy for better sleep and overall health. Here are some thoughts on making these changes sustainable. Consistency is key. Incorporate the changes gradually into your routine. If you start with a strict bedtime and a calming pre-sleep routine, your body will eventually readjust. Even small, consistent changes add up over time. Be patient with yourself. Understand that your body's sleep patterns evolve naturally with age. Managing expectations and being gentle with yourself is critical. It's about optimizing sleep quality rather than forcing a perfect schedule. Revisit and adjust. Your sleep needs might fluctuate with seasonal changes, stress levels, or health variations. Keep an open dialogue with yourself, review your sleep diary periodically and adjust your routines as needed. This practice ensures that your strategies remain relevant and effective. Combined with other healthy practices, a holistic approach to health, balanced nutrition, regular exercise, managing stress, and staying socially connected, supports overall well-being and, in turn, improves sleep quality. An integrated lifestyle approach will yield more sustainable results than isolated changes. Seek professional guidance when necessary. If early morning awakenings continue to impact your quality of life despite your best efforts, consider speaking with a sleep specialist or your healthcare provider. Sometimes underlying medical conditions or medication adjustments can be the key to unlocking restful sleep. By viewing these strategies as part of an ongoing commitment to your health, you set the stage for enduring improvements. Remember that a good night's sleep is a cornerstone of a vibrant, energetic life, and even small enhancements in sleep quality can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Wrapping it all up, what your 3 a.m. wake-up might mean. So, why do you keep waking up at 3 a.m. in old age, and what does it mean for your health? In summary, early morning awakenings in older adults are often a normal part of aging, influenced by natural shifts in circadian rhythm, changes in hormone levels, and increased light sleep. However, these awakenings can also serve as indicators, sometimes a signal of underlying conditions, sometimes a nudge to adjust lifestyle factors such as sleep environment, stress levels, and overall health habits. While you may not be able to completely eliminate early wake-ups, you have the power to enhance your sleep quality. Implementing strategies like optimizing your bedroom environment, establishing a consistent routine, managing stress, and maintaining a healthy diet can all contribute to more restorative sleep. And if these changes aren't enough, speaking with a professional can help ensure that your sleep is truly supporting your health. In the end, understanding the why behind your sleep patterns is a powerful step toward improvement. Even if you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., you can transform that period into a time of quiet reflection or gentle activity rather than a frustrating interruption. Embracing the natural evolution of your sleep cycle while making practical adjustments can empower you to enjoy the benefits of quality sleep, better mood, sharper cognition, improved physical health, and overall resilience. Conclusion: embrace rest as an integral part of aging well. Waking up at 3 a.m. as you age is not necessarily a sign that something is wrong. It may simply be the natural rhythm of your body. However, if these awakenings are accompanied by feelings of fatigue, mood disturbances, or other health issues, it's worthwhile to take proactive steps. Look at your environment and lifestyle. Adjust your bedtime routine, manage stress, optimize your diet, and ensure that medications or health conditions are in check. Remember, the goal isn't to force a perfect 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep but to create conditions for restorative rest within the context of your life. Every small change you make, from a cool, dark room to a calming meditation ritual, empowers you to reclaim your nights and improve your overall well-being. With patience, self-compassion, and consistency, you can adapt your sleep habits to suit your evolving needs as you age. Thank you for joining us on Why Do You Keep Waking Up at 3 a.m. in Old Age? Here's what it means for your health. May the insights and practical tips shared today set you on a path to better sleep, enhanced energy, and deeper overall health. Embrace your sleep as a vital part of your aging process, and remember that even early mornings can hold moments of quiet renewal and opportunity for growth. Here's to embracing every part of your journey, even the 3 a.m. wake-ups, with curiosity, care, and the commitment to thrive.